Hey everybody, and welcome to the lounge, all my fellow loungers,
chillers,
ballers,
and grillers,
and gamers sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes gamers.
Yeah,
maybe a little bit.
We're doing a Keepin It Real, which we
why not? No, we wanted to get something out there. We haven't sat here and just talked to you guys for a little while, so looking at obviously Larry's arm there, we decided to go through some dealing with hardships. If you guys don't know, Larry is pretty banged up.
Yeah,
hurting. Want to tell what's going on with you real quick, or?
Yeah, I mean, as many know from Twitter that I tore. You know, everybody should know by now that I tore my bicep muscle, tendon to my bicep muscle, a long time ago, probably 7 or 8 years ago. Well, I did this one, but this isn't completely torn. It's partially torn, but I don't know how bad it actually is. So I get an MRI done, and then it's going to be surgery after that. But before this even happened, I already had knee problems, and I had an MRI for that because I have a lot of pain in my knee. So after I find out that I did this, then I find out that I have a partially torn ACL in my left knee, and my meniscus is pretty bad. It's pretty shredded up.
So it really does suck. And funny enough, not funny, I don't know, it's not funny enough. My wife right now just got her results from her MRI today and found out she has a torn meniscus.
Yeah.
And needs to have surgery for it. And she takes care of 3 kids every day, all day. So it's,
it's a hardship on both of you.
Yep. And that also, if you guys don't know about me, she has a autoimmune disease called Wegener's that she's been dealing with for the last, since 2009. So that's 9 years ago. So, everybody has their hardships. Everybody in life, you're going to go through hardships. If not, then you're never going to appreciate the good, in my opinion.
Right.
I think going through the hard times make you really appreciate the good times. But it's all about how you cope with it and how you handle it. So, let me ask you right now, like, how are you dealing with it? Like, how do you, I know it's going to be tough.
It's going to be real tough. You know why? Because it's like, my vacation is coming up in a couple weeks. Is what I look forward to that every year. And one of my favorite things is kayaking and fishing from the kayak. I don't even know how much I'm going to be able to do. I won't be able to kayak. I won't be able to row at all, because that could pop it.
Yeah, right.
Once it gets popped all the way, guys, you have a very short time to get that operated on, because what happens is your tendon will actually start just deteriorating.
And then it's gone.
And then it's gone, and then you can't do anything, and you wind up with this. And I don't want that.
You don't want to show it, you guys. It's gross.
Right. So, I have to be real careful with this. I was told not to lift anything heavier than a coffee cup unless it's a beer.
Which I don't think is any heavier than a coffee cup. Because why would you do the empty coffee cup? It had to be a coffee cup with coffee.
Right. So I have to be real careful. One of the things is I can't pick up anything, because when it's extended like that, that's when it happens.
Right, because you're putting all the pressure on it.
Yeah. And go figure, because it was like I went to help. There was a car broken down. It was a pickup truck out on the road, and it was blocking the whole road. And at first, I was like, I can't go over and try to push that thing. I can't push it by myself, and it's like I'm going to hurt myself. I even said that to my sister, right? You would think my sisters would have been like, well, let's go over and help you too, but they didn't, right? So anyway,
if I was there, I would have helped you.
Yeah, I know you would have, because that's how you are.
That's how we are.
Then all of a sudden, I saw this guy pull up, and it must have been the girl's father that came out, and he was trying to push it, but it was on a little incline, so every time he pushed it, it would roll back. He couldn't move it. So I said, I got to go help this guy. So I walked outside. I said, hey, you need a hand? He's like, yeah. So I went over. I grabbed the bumper, and as soon as I grabbed the bumper to push, all I heard was like that, and that was it. We got the vehicle pushed off, but I went back into the
you should have left the shoulder.
Like
you should have left the shoulder.
Yeah, I should have just pushed.
But see, now I hurt my shoulder doing something just like that, pushing something. But so, that's either way, it doesn't matter. So now it kind of sucks because you're getting ready to go on vacation, something you look forward to every year. Mm-hmm. And the best part about going on vacation is you're on the sound side, you have the kayaks, and all of you guys have seen those videos, pin fishing and stuff. Now you can't do that.
Yeah, I can't do it.
So how are you dealing with that? What
Well, this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to look at the positives. The positives is I love to be there.
It's first of all, before he doesn't, that's one of the most important things you got to do when you have a hard time. Go ahead. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah. So one of the things I love to do is just stare at the sound naturally, just like I like to stare at the woods here.
I was going to say, beat me to it.
And just sit out there and have some beers. Go to the beach. Yeah. I can still go to the beach. I can still go in the water. Yeah. My wife, actually, she has a double kayak. She's going to row me out.
Oh, so it's even easier.
Right. So, and I still will be able to fish because I'll be able to just cast it out. I won't be able to cast as far, and I can hold the pole like this.
You just can't get a cast with your right hand.
I just can't cast.
You still get a decent cast. So it doesn't really matter about the casting, right? The important thing is you look at the positive and you focus on the positive things they have going on.
Right.
I get to go on vacation.
Right.
I get to go with my family and spend
Right.
quality time with them, my son and my wife and your extended family. That's what you need to focus on, guys. So when you go through hard times, like my wife is a perfect example. She goes through, it's hard. Her life is hard.
Right.
And that in turn makes my life a little bit harder because she's my wife and I care about her. But we focus on what we do have. We have 3 beautiful kids. We have a house. We live in a town where I grew up. I get to come make videos with you every week.
Right.
You know, so you have to focus on the good things. And there's times like, you know, that I'm stressed out financially. And I focus on what I have, not what I don't have. And I think that's the important thing. It's not what you're missing out on that you need to focus on. You need to focus on what you have the ability to go do.
Right, because there's always positives. I don't care what, you know, people can think, because your brain has a habit of going to the negative
It's
stuff.
easy to go to negative
It's just
stuff.
like, you know, how many times that I used to dwell on the negative comments.
Yeah,
for
it's
instance.
easy to go to negative stuff.
Like, and there would only be a you know, a minute
Say 10%.
amount, yeah,
Right.
of that. But I would always, like, they would be the worst. Like, you would read all them positives and it's like,
And then,
oh, that's nice, that's nice. But then you read that one negative and it's
And
like,
so it
oh.
takes everything else away.
And that's the way your brain is. So you got to try to retrain your brain. And it's like, now I don't read the comments, so it doesn't matter. But I'm just saying, it's like, the best way to be is to stop your mind from focusing on all the negative stuff that's going to happen and start focusing on what can I actually do. What positive thing I can actually do on that trip. Like, the same thing with you. Like, your brain could obviously sit there and say, well, that's going to be obviously surgery for her knee. So it's like, that's going to affect him because he's going to now have to take care of the kids.
Yeah, so I can remember where I'm on everything now. Like, kids won't be able to do as much as they my wife can take them out every day doing stuff. Now she won't be able to do that for a little while.
Right.
The kids are going to be more rambunctious when I get home. I'm going to have to deal with that after having to work all day. I'm going to have to go home and deal with them being cooped in all day.
Right.
You know, so, but it doesn't matter. My main goal, what I'm going to focus on in this situation is taking care of her, making her needs. So there's another thing you can do. You can refocus. Right. You know, maybe there's not much positive going on, but you can refocus on what you need to do to get through the situation.
Yeah.
My whole goal is to make it as easy as possible for her, take care of her, make it easy for her. So I'm focusing on what I need to do to get through the situation.
Right.
And now, obviously, focusing on the positive makes it easier for you, but you need to come up with a plan. Okay, how can I get through this hardship?
Right.
What can I do to make this better? What can I change? Sometimes you need to change things.
Yeah.
Maybe the hardship is because of the choices that you made.
And then the other thing is, I think you told me it's going to be about 6 weeks, right?
Yeah, full recovery, but yeah.
So probably 4 to 6 is probably like in the range, but so he can choose to sit there and worry about those 4 weeks where it's going to be really hard, or he could choose to actually look at beyond the 4 weeks that she's going to be able to get around a lot better. She's going to be pain free, which is going to make her happy, which is going to make your life happier.
Happy wife, happy life.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So it's like you can focus on beyond. You know, what she's getting is to fix her and everything, so it's like, you know, you can...
But in life, though, it's hard to do that. It's hard to focus on what's going to happen and not focus on what's going on today.
Exactly. And there's a lot of people going through a lot worse stuff than what...
Way worse. We're just having to come on our conversation. We're like, hey, let's do a video on it because I think it's important to talk about. But you could be going through something that's way worse. Something we can't even consider. But, you know, at that point, what you need to do is that you need to live the rest of your life. You can't just stop what you're doing right now. You need to keep on moving.
Yeah.
So you have to figure out how you're going to get from point A to point B.
Yeah.
And how you're going to overcome it. And I'll be honest with you guys, in my life, I'm 40 years old. I just turned 40. Larry's 41, so we're right around the same age.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
No problem. You can see my face from distance. But the thing about it is that we've gone through really hard times. And when you're going through those hard times and those hardships, it's the worst thing ever. But when you get through them, it's going to make you a stronger person, could make you a better person, and it's going to change who you are, and it's going to help write your story.
Right.
My life's a story, right? The hardships that we're going through make me who I am. I wouldn't be who I am now if I didn't go through any hard times.
Right.
I'd be a spoiled little prick.
Well, yeah.
I wouldn't appreciate shit. I appreciate this simple thing, me and him talking, having a drink and sitting here in front of you guys. I appreciate that because of what I've been through.
And you got more?
And I was going
to say, because I want to just say right now, there's some friends that I have on Twitter that, you know, like that are inspirations to me. And one of them is Sonia, who goes through a lot of stuff that, you know, struggles with her health and stuff, has some serious issues. And I'm not going to put all that out there now for everybody because that's her own stuff that she wants to deal with. But she's an inspiration to me because she doesn't dwell on all that stuff. What she dwells on is that she wakes up each morning.
Exactly right.
And feels blessed because
she's here.
She has another day to enjoy life and everything. I mean, I'll tell you what, that's the attitude I think we all need.
I
agree. There's a couple other people. There's another woman, Rhonda, and there's another woman, Donna, that their health is not real good. And that's what I think you need to... everybody. I mean, we can go through the worst thing, and it's easy for us to say because we're not dealing with that kind of stuff.
No.
But man, do I draw a lot of inspiration from people that sit there and they wake up each day and they deal with the shit that they're going through, which sometimes is really, really bad.
And not only do they deal with it, but they're thankful.
Right.
They have to deal with it. Mm-hmm. They're thankful they have the opportunity to wake up and deal with it.
Right. And that's the thing. We have the choice to be bitter, to hate, or to love and embrace
and be thankful,
life
and be happy.
itself. Yeah, and be happy. Right. We have that choice, and it all starts with you. It's like, what is that old saying? It's like life is like
box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
It's like it's like 10% of what happens and 90% of how you
react
to what happens.
Yeah, you're 100% right. You know, you need to, and again, it's easier to say when you're not going through hardships, but we're going through hardships. It's not like we're not, but you wake up in the morning, you have a choice. Make the choice to say, okay, you know, I'm gonna make today the best it can possibly be.
Right.
And regardless if that's just getting up and moving around, whatever the best is, try and make it the best.
Right.
Try and do whatever you can do to get the most out of what your situation is.
Right.
Because you only get one life to live. That's it.
That's it.
Just one.
And too often, I think we dwell on all the bad and negative stuff.
It's because it's so easy to do.
It is.
It's like the liberation march. I'm sure I've talked about it before on camera. I heard it in church. If you're standing on this chair, right? I'm standing on this chair, and I'm way bigger than he is, and he's down here on the ground. What's easier, for him to pull me down or for me to pull him up?
Right.
Way easier to go down with them.
Unless you have a hurt arm, then
it's true. But I think you still win that battle.
Yeah,
you know,
I kick you
with
my good leg.
He's got one bad wheel too. But you know what I mean? Like it's easy.
Exactly,
it's easy to fall in those traps of being negative, and then the problem is you start feeling bad for yourself, start feeling sorry for yourself, and then you stop doing things to make yourself better.
Right.
You need to, again, stay positive. Look at what you can have, what you can do, and make the most out of every situation you can.
And you just got to believe in yourself that you can do that, and just try to retrain your mind. It's all about retraining your mind.
It is one decision at a time, one thought at a time. You can retrain it each time.
Right.
So, guys, no matter what you're going through, you know, I guess the moral of my story is take it one step at a time.
Yeah.
Take that step and make that step your best step, and then go forward from there.
And my
take on it.
My take on it. Well, not my take. My I'm trying to think of the word now. That's pretty bad, right?
It is.
But
it's
no.
Older than 41.
My advice. That's a real hard word. My advice to anybody is to take each day and each moment as it comes. Don't worry about tomorrow, because you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. I mean, that's a Bible statement too. It's like, don't worry about tomorrow. Today is what you have. You only have right now.
Yep.
You're not.
It's only guaranteed.
You're not promised the future at all. You could not wake up tomorrow, but you do have right now. So let's make today count.
I think it's a great point, Dan.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's awesome, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you listened to it. I hope you watched it.
Yeah. And then don't forget to hit that like button and the subscribe button, because you know I always don't say that at the end of the video.
So we don't think about it, because these kind of videos are us kind of just
chilling out
and shooting the shit.
Yeah. So until next time, guys, grab yourself something cold to drink, put your feet up and relax. We'll meet you at the lounge.